Hi, I'm Michelle Turner, and I created Movement Lesson. Now, I am not here to promote Movement Lesson as a modality. I'm here to help you get through this season of RSV. RSV right now is at an all-time high. I personally have experience with RSV as my 3-week-old child ended up in the hospital for 5 days with 4 spinal taps and so forth, etc. Flirting between RSV and going in and out of into meningitis. When your child or you are sick, it's a different type of concern because we don't worry about our breathing. But when we do, we do. I was really worried about the beginnings of COVID. I just thought all of us were going to get it and all of us were going to have respiratory issues. So part of what I do is I just like to help people. And one of the ways I've done it is I have a free breathing course for you to work on your child to help them breathe. I also have a free breathing course for you to help you breathe. They're at MovementLesson.academy. I'll put the links on today. But I cannot stress enough that to even share this information, because to force air onto a system, which might be totally necessary, especially when you're in a hospital situation, but air doesn't work like that. We think that we use muscles to breathe. I am capable of using my muscles, like, and hold my breath for 4 seconds, let's say. This doesn't happen when you're sleeping, and it certainly doesn't happen when you're exhausted. And especially for a young child, a baby, and so forth, I can't stress enough that they're not going to necessarily respond totally the way that you expect them to. And also too, if you force here, this is where we need the air coming in, and I teach you how to come in from underneath here. Just think of a ball. If you push a ball from the one side where you have compression, what happens? It expands in the other direction. It's free, no obligations, no credit cards, no nothing. But again, I'll put the links in above. But it's how to help with breathing, and that's for you to actually work on something. Now, the course was made more so for a baby, but by all means, if you're working with your grandmother, do that course, right? It's a very gentle touch. It can be done in any kind of situation. Obviously, please, guys, work with your professional. Pulmonologists and doctors and pediatricians and general practitioners, all of their general physicians are there to help you with your medical concerns. If you are concerned enough, please, or even thinking, I don't know if I should go to the hospital. If the word hospital is coming out of your mouth, you go, right? We don't think, we get up in the morning and go, oh, I'm going to have my cup of coffee and go to the hospital. No, so if you're actually thinking about the hospital, go. If you're flirting with it, you have the bag packed when you're ready to go. Emergency rooms can be long, daunting. You want to make sure that you have all your supplies, probably a good day's worth of food, diapers, whichever, if you're pertaining to your children. I've seen this more and more where I'm sitting at the ER waiting, and people don't even have another round for the bottle because they just thought it would be a 30-minute, depending on even what country you live in, that's might be where you're getting care is more in the ER setting versus even getting into the hospital. Please take care of yourself, but at the same time, this is what I do. I have the largest library of working with the human body. I would say probably half of it is available for free on YouTube, whatever, but it is easier to do the step-by-step, and that's why I created the courses. And so please, the breathing course, again, there's one for you to work on somebody. It is, again, for anywhere from infants to adults on that, and I'll put the link up. And then the other one is for how to work on yourself to improve your breathing. Even if you just want to do the exercise, it's just nice and enjoyable to work on that. But breathing is not muscle-based. Breathing is a vacuum-based process that happens when the system goes from the womb into gravity as we know it. So that it's sort of like taking a balloon from a cold air room and putting it in the hot room. You get that whoosh, and that's what starts that respiratory response, right? And so RSV can be very daunting, but again, I can't stress enough, work with your doctor first, but at the same time, please you know, there's post hospitalization or pre, and I'm not saying you're going to go to the hospital, but really there's talks about cities here just shutting down again because of RSV. So please, RSV is much more available to children than COVID ever was. We really dodged the bullet as far as our kids are concerned for most of us. I'm not saying COVID did not happen with the kids, but RSV happens anywhere from a baby. I know I have my 3-week-old in the hospital all the way up to senior adults. So please take this seriously, but please know that there's help with that. Thanks so much. Hi, Steve.